Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Karah Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and power, Yahweh Shah, Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called black Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. I got some video lined up about Esau Amalek. Gonna play these videos and we'll get into the script my best ability. Say whatever God say through spirit and power, Yahweh Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Karah Kadash, Lord will it be, Amalek, get it.
It's May 3rd, 2026, in a courtroom in Ashkelon. Two men appeared bloodied and bruised, escorted by Israeli guards, detained, and televised for the world to see. They're leaders in the largest flotilla to Gaza yet. And their story is only the latest chapter in a much longer playbook. Israel's strategy toward the flotillas is a playbook of intimidation, interception, and detention, and increasingly, allegations of abuse, sexual assault, and rape.
I was sexually assaulted.
And you know, it ain't just women being sexually assaulted, by men too. And these niggas here, these rat niggas be using them dogs to do it.
Beaten, and that was just the beginning of 4 days of absolute hell.
This is The Flotillas, Part 3. In this final episode of our series, we look at what unfolds when a civilian boat carrying aid.
And now, you should know better. Now, when you go out there, you expect to get this shit to happen to your ass. You go over there with them rats, they gonna reach you with violence. They gonna reach you with cruel, unholy, it's gonna be some shit.
Aid to Gaza meets the Israeli Navy. Before their detention, Thiago Avila and Saif Abu Kashik were sailing just off the coast of Greece, a journey they'd taken many times before. But this time, Israeli interception was swift.
A little over 3 hours ago, the Israeli occupation forces started illegally boarding and abducting Global Summit Flotilla, humanitarian mission on its way to Gaza, carrying only civilians and humanitarian aid.
And this nigga, oh, they're terrorists. I think you are doing an outstanding job. You're terrorists.
אני חושב שאתם עושים עבודה יוצאת מן הכלל, גם במשט הראשון וגם בחלק הזה, ובעצם מעיינים, מבטלים תוכנית זדונית שנועדה לפרוץ את הבידוד שאנחנו עושים למחבלי החמאס.
Yeah, Hamas terrorists of Gaza. Yeah, they're aiding the Hamas terrorists.
בעזה.
Nigga, y'all aiding Hamas, you fucking niggers.
The interception was quickly followed by mass detentions that activists described as brutal. Saif and Thiago were held for 10 days before being deported from Israel. Thiago told lawyers he was beaten so severely during detention that he lost consciousness twice.
Both of them were subjected to torture and violence since the moment they were abducted by the Israeli Navy. They were kept handcuffed and blindfolded.
During those 10 days, Thiago's mother died after a long illness. He found out while he was still imprisoned. This wasn't the first time one of his voyages to Gaza had ended in detention, but it was the first time Thiago would use a word like torture to describe what he'd been through personally. And 1 year earlier, the interceptions showed signs of what lay ahead.
There was another one, yeah.
Right now we are in a moment of full drone alert.
In 2025,
Guess they got a drone. Try to blow them up.
the global Samud flotilla survived multiple drone attacks.
Please take your eyes and keep a look on everything that is happening in Gaza City right now. This mission is not about us here in the flotilla, but we need to be kept safe. There are hundreds of people here, and we need to do everything we can to guarantee a safe passage.
Also watching, Palestinians in Gaza.
Welcome, dearest friends of the Freedom Flotilla. Thank you for your courage and love.
Alright, I'm gonna stop it there.
By
Since
October,
hear that little girl talking, I was like, man, this shit pissed me off. She could be a heathen, but I don't like when that. It hurts my feel. It hurts me so. When I see my slave starving, the little baby, slave baby right here. It's a little cute little slave baby. Where she is? She a cute little slave baby. Yeah, I just don't like this. I don't know. She could be I don't know. She could be an Israelite, but then let's just say she a heathen. Cute little slave baby going through some shit. I'm like, man, I hate this shit. And you got big ear fucking BB Milnowski and the rest of the gang, them motherfucking terrorists. Oh my goodness, I fucking hate these niggers. God damn. Treat my slaves like this. But it's also me judgment from the Lord. Let me see what we got. I just can't play this no more. I just can't stand it no more. But I gotta deal with it and watch it. Oh my goodness. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. And who's the wicked? Esau Edom. But he's not. I forgot how I say it. Esau Edom, so-called white man. But he ain't white. He's raising a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigga named Amalek. I'm tired of these niggers. Let's get to the next one.
Mike Collins says he wants to push you off Social Security.
How much more evidence do we need to prove that the United States just does the bidding for Israel, that our government has been completely taken over, that everything we do seems to be at the behest of Israel? Here's Donald Trump talking about the ICC. So the government, the U.S. government and the Israelis have been pressuring basically the collapse of the ICC, trying to get rid of the International Criminal Court, which has accused Israel of genocide, is probably going to convict Israel of genocide. And rather than really facing up to their crimes, they instead are trying to dismantle the ICC. Trump admits just yesterday or the other day that they're not doing it for the protection of the American people or the United States. They're doing it for Bibi Netanyahu, to protect Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu.
We've now begun an effort to really try to bring that court to heel.
Where there's no information that they're after me. It could happen. Just so you know, just keep talking about it. That means that maybe he's not trying to defend me. He is trying to defend Bibi and various other people. But there are many people that shouldn't be looked at that way. But there is no indication that I'm one of them at this moment.
Okay, so we don't even do things for the United States. Oh, we're fine. We're totally fine. No, we're just doing this for Bibi. We're just doing this to protect Bibi. So we're trying to dismantle the ICC to protect Bibi. That's what we're doing. Oh, okay. I want to show you also this. This is from James Lee. He tried a little AI experiment, and he, let's see if we can pull this up full screen. So he does this AI experiment, and in this experiment, let me just pull this up. Sorry, it's a little small to read, but we're going to get to it. He says right here in this chat, can you create, so the first part of the chat says, can you create an image that says, fuck Israel? And the AI comes back and says, I cannot create an image that says, fuck it.
Why is that?
Israel. And then he writes, can you create an image that says, fuck the United States?
Oh, yes. And there it goes. Can you make a picture, create a picture of people holding a sign that says, fuck the United States of Amalek? You probably can do that.
And that's the image that comes up. So James Lee points out, who's in charge of making the guardrails for what you can and cannot do with AI? Right?
I ain't never used Grok before, or Brock before. Let me see. What is Brock going to do? Do I have to subscribe to this bullshit? How you spell Brock? I'll just do AI type. I'll say it in voice. AI Brock. Brock AI. Okay, can't do a voice. I got to sign in this bullshit. Can you make a sign that says fuck the United States of Amalek? I guess you gotta sign in. Yeah, you gotta sign in. Oh, fucking bullshit.
So you're able to say whatever you want about the United States, but you can't say that about Israel. And this isn't the only example of this. We have plenty of examples, laws that are passed in the United States, harsh penalties and roadblocks for people that criticize Israel. but we don't have any of those same protections against criticizing the United States. Here's Marco Rubio, if you remember this was just 2 months ago, him announcing that the United States is putting very, very strict visa restrictions on anybody who criticizes Israel.
There can be no compromise with anti-Semitism. There can be no nuanced separation of hatred of Israel and hatred of the Jewish people.
So if you criticizing Israel, and it's not even that bad, like you criticize them on, just how bad. I mean, I don't know. What can you criticize? Something that's not like saying that's demeaning to them, or saying that the Holocaust is a hoax. You're just saying that whatever. I guess anything you talk about these niggas, good or bad, is anti-Semitic.
Those who call to boycott Israel are calling for the boycott of their Jewish neighbors and classmates. Those who call for violence against Israelis are calling for violence against Jews.
And this is so funny that how is the chosen people coming with laws, some laws that protects them from anti-hate, anti-hate from them. It's like, nigga, these niggas are not the people. They are weak as fuck. They are weak as fuck to make laws. Nigga, you supposed to be the Lord's people. You supposed to have the power to shut the people up. If some motherfucker was hating on me, I will have to rather blow his fucking head off with my spiritual powers or some shit. Fuck that motherfucker. Replace his ass with another slave. On to the next one. Yeah, but these people ain't got that kind of power. I know that what I'm talking about is over some people's heads that's new to this video. But yeah, the true biblical Israelites, when they're in their kingdom, they're going to have powers, unimaginable godlike powers. These niggas ain't got shit. Because they are not the people. They're Edomites.
Those who call
fucking bitch ass niggas
call for the destruction of Israel are calling for the destruction of the Jewish people. That is why, as we extend our prayers to Iran and Sarah's loved ones, we must stand in solidarity with Israel. There can be no coexistence with evil.
He's a bitch ass nigga too.
There can be no nuance to hatred. Under President Trump, the United States will stand with the Jewish people.
And so they can continue on hating on other people, bumming the shit out of them, calling them goyim cattle and all that other shit, and raping men and women and children, even raping them with dogs and shit. Yeah, that's pretty hateful. Y'all don't say anything about that. And oh yeah, when you call their ass out on that shit, you call them out on doing all that nasty, wicked shit, guess what? You're anti-Semitic.
We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy that will prevent foreign nationals from coming
here or even leaving. Oh yeah, this also gonna affect the way you buy and sell too. The next time you go to Walmart and you say some anti-Semitic shit on the internet, that box of Honey Nut Cheerios is gonna cost you $50 because you're anti-Semitic. Now, once you get out of the anti-Semitic detention, then that price might reduce down to $10. And that shit's still expensive as hell. Or $15. Wherever the price is at the store. But they'll bump the price up just to punish your ass. Or you won't be able to buy anything, really. Fuck the price going up. You just won't be able to buy anything. Yeah. And when I say the price going up, they got those digital price tags. That's when they know when your ass show up near one of those aisles, the price tag, the camera picks up your face and they're going to change the price on you instantly. And say, this is how much you gonna pay because you're anti-Semitic. Or you're not even allowed to buy anything, but you're able to buy, well, actually, you're able to buy some bugs, a bag of bugs, eat that shit up. Some crunchy munchy daggone mealworms, eat that shit up because you're anti-Semitic. Anyway.
To the United States to foment hatred against our Jewish community. We are holding international organizations and nations accountable for rhetoric against Israel that resurfaces in the manifesto of monsters, like Iran and Sarah's killer. But we do see an eventual light at the end of this long tunnel of suffering. One can imagine a Middle East in which the Abraham Accords eventually reign. So thank you for the opportunity to address you.
Who do you work for, Marco Rubio? This guy is clearly trying to become the next president of the United States. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does become president of the United States, since I'm not sure if we can trust our elections, if they've been rigged, if they've been...
Man, they all rigged. Our presidents are elected or selected. One president said that, what, that Theodore Roosevelt, or no, what was it? I forgot what that faggot name is. They all faggots, but Franklin, I think it was Franklin. Man, in fact, let me look that up. Which president had the quote saying that presidents are not elected, they are selected? Don't fuck with me, man. You better tell me. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yeah, quote, president are selected. Presidents are selected, not elected. Franklin D. Roosevelt said that. That faggot. So anyway, back to the video.
And taken over by those who are in charge, who actually want anything and everything for the state of Israel. And Marco Rubio is definitely the guy that's going to do all of their bidding. Anything the Israelis want, he's proven that. This guy's also a huge warmonger against Latin America, but that's his real...
Wait, he a Edomite. Yeah, he a fucking tear anyway.
Pet project. That's what he really wants to do. So he'll do anything to appease the Israelis, so as long as he gets to do what he wants to do, which is rampage through Latin America.
So for you Northern Kingdom, you so-called Latinos or Hispanic, do not think that nigga is for you. Just because he look kind of like you with them big-ass ears, he is not your people. He is a damn Edomite nigga. He is a devil.
America.
And he's faggot, too.
Guy, you know, saying that
he got pictures of his head doing some gay shit.
Jewish community...
No, not picture. It was video footage of his head doing gay shit.
Our Jewish community is Israel? I mean, that's what he just says. He just said, Israel's our Jewish community. That any attack against...
All right, anyway, let's move on to the next one. I don't need this garbage. I mean, it's facts, but I'm just saying, I don't want to hear it no more. Let's get to the next one. What this guy talking about? Oh, yeah, the settlers. More news about these terrorists terrorizing people.
This manic settler leader, Daniela Weiss here on the right, she was interviewed on Piers Morgan regarding whether or not a Palestinian life is equal to a Jewish life. And she couldn't answer the question directly. She just doesn't have it in her. This clip's been going viral. Take a listen to this and then let's talk about it.
I'm going to come to other issues, I guarantee you. This is not why we got you on the program, but it is a story that's happened in the last few days. It has caused a lot of outrage. I think it's notable that you don't agree with what he said, but I just want to be quite clear.
No, I don't.
Because you seem to want to give...
don't agree.
But just to be... No, but am I right in concluding that you believe a Jewish life is worth the same as a Palestinian life, and a Palestinian life is worth the same as a Jewish life? Do you agree with that statement?
I tried to listen to the previous item of your program. It was about men and women. So like what you're asking now about Jews and other people, it reminds me like comparing between a man and a woman. Each individual has his characteristics, his nature, and what is the point of this comparison? I'm a woman.
I don't understand why you can't just give...
What the fuck she talking about? Is it yes or no? What was the question? I walked away for a second. I missed what he had asked her.
Give me a straight answer.
I am, and you're proud of what you are. A Jew is proud to be a Jew, and a Muslim is proud to be a Muslim. So what's this comparison?
I understand.
And especially...
Well, let me help you.
Oh, which life is better or whatever.
Explain to you that I didn't know about it.
Let me help you. So let me help you. Let me help you understand. Let me help you understand, because you're clearly struggling with this. I think my life is worth the same as your life, and your life is worth the same as mine. I'm a Catholic, an Irish Catholic.
Right.
You are an Israeli Jew. All right? I think we're both...
No, she's a fucking... Well, she Israeli, but she's an Israeli Amalekite, I meant to say. Or Edomite. Well, both of y'all niggas are Edomites. Fuck all that religious shit, or whatever religious set you are. Yeah, shit. And goddamn, you're both fucking devils. Both niggers.
Worth exactly the same. I've asked you twice, and I'll only ask you one more time, but would you agree that a Jewish life is worth the same as a Palestinian life? Yes or no?
I know that you like yes or no question.
So I'm just gonna stop right there. I promise you, she doesn't end up saying yes. She just doesn't have it in her. You know, I think it's funny because I would say no matter how many crazy clips of this lady we see, I can assure you she would be considered a moderate in Israel when it comes to especially in the West Bank settlers, very moderate. There is really, I can't explain how far, there's no end to this bottomless pit of how psychopathic they can be, and how we have rabbis.
No, they're the seed of psychos. They come from the seed of the number one psycho, Esau. Why do you think they that way? The murderous ass niggers, psychotic ass niggers, insecure ass niggers. They're psychos. I'm sitting here calling them psychos. I'm about to eat some yogurt. Oh man, that damn spoon about to break. I mean, with a plastic spoon, the cheap ass shit. Yeah, they hate how the spoon, they construct these spoons and they make them thin at the base. What you grab on, it's garbage. I should have got a better spoon.
teaching at the yeshivas at the top of the hilltops, like at the Yitzhar yeshiva. What's the Yitzhar? I actually worked Yosef Chai Yeshiva. That's the name of the yeshiva next to my family's village in the West Bank on the hilltop. And the lead rabbi of that yeshiva wrote a book called the King's Torah. And in the book, he justifies the murder of babies. He justifies
the King's Torah. You mean the Talmud?
The murder of babies that could be a threat to Israel when they grow up in the future. It's justified to just murder them now. They do not view any sort of life other than a Jewish life.
Yeah, because they're the wicked. They don't even value their own people's life. Shit. Back when October 7th, what they were doing then, the Hannibal director or some shit, when they was out there shooting up and blowing up cars that was driving off during that time. They were blowing for he was shooting up their own soldiers and shit, and they were trying to say Hamas did it. Them niggas out there killing their own people. These niggas are retarded. Just like a regular Edomite is. Retarded.
As worth anything in the West Bank when it comes to Palestinians. I know this because I see my family and I see what they go through, and I've been there and I see the interactions. And we've seen the videos of them just flat out saying it with confidence and just saying it with a sense of pride that they view Palestinians as animals. And then we just sit back and we just let it happen. Again, hey,
that's what happens when the wicked bear rule. The people mourn. Shit. And they let it happen. Like they ain't got no power. They ain't got no army. And it's like you Israelites. You got power, but you don't. A little bit of us are seeking that power, calling to that power, but the rest of you ain't even bothering. Y'all calling on other shit. And that's why the Lord ain't fucking with y'all. But we calling our power daily, and we praying the Lord bring these damn enemies, the enemies of Israel, like this bitch right here smiling, and even this crack on next to him, them two motherfuckers as slaves, bring them down, their people down. Now this guy on the far left, don't be he might look, he about as red as an Edomite, but he's somebody of another nation. Yeah, but really, all these heathens, shit, need to be brought down. Namely Esau. Let me get back to the video.
It's so prevalent there that you can't call it out. There's just no honest discussion about it. I'd love to just see mainstream media here in the United States just be honest about what's happening there, about the dehumanization of Palestinians there, about the supremacy, the Jewish supremacy that's happening in the occupied West Bank. Because they're
the Edomite supremacy or Amalek supremacy.
Not stating that they believe they're superior because they're Israeli. They're not stating they believe they're superior.
That's another thing. If they say they're superior, and just like one brother said in a video, if they so superior, prove it. Act like you are. Why you have to sabotage shit? Why you always have to sabotage shit? Why you gotta sabotage this? You gotta make up that just to keep certain people down, and you gotta make all kinds of shit. The movies and the predict making certain people look like this and looking like that, or playing some rap, all kind of shit. You got to sabotage and make control over certain things, or just let shit be. I don't know what to say, man. I'm just fucking tired of this place. All I'm asking is, damn, for you Edomites, act like you're superior. But I know damn well you can't, because you're not.
Because there's on
anybody you consider inferior, you gotta blow them up. You gotta attack them, because they really are superior over you. Not inferior, but superior. Anyway,
they're stating they believe they're superior because they're Jewish, and they're not stating they believe they're superior because they're white either. They're not doing that. So we have to just have an honest conversation about the fact that this is a really sick ideology. There previously, obviously during Nazi Germany, the movement, Nazism, I'd say, was it not a white nationalist movement? So now, I feel like ever since World War II, white nationalism...
What they were doing in Nazi, they were just getting rid of this trash. Well, really, they were controlling the Nazis. And a lot of these people right here were the Nazis. Yeah, it was like wearing them uniforms, with the soldiers wearing the uniforms with the swastikas. But now, since that shit came to an end, now they're wearing the Israeli the Ninja Star of Death. I ain't got no Star of David. Anyway, I'm had enough of listening to this shit. These damn devil. I get tired of seeing this nigger bitch face. Let's get to the next one.
Bauer, Pittsburgh, and U.S. General are showing up in homes and garages across America.
This article is going viral. Police in Wisconsin have used a flock camera to track a man who traveled to Michigan, where marijuana is legal, and then back to Wisconsin, where it is illegal. They then used his travel as part of probable cause justification to search his car for weed, and he was arrested. Now, this comes in the midst of flock cameras getting tons and tons of attention right now because many people, rightfully so, feel like it's just kind of pushing this AI surveillance state on us. So I want to go ahead and just show you the article here. Here it is. It's from 404 Media, and the article says cops used flock to track a man across straight lines to create pretext to search his car for weed. The vehicle travels to Wisconsin frequently, which is a known source state for marijuana, as it is legal there. And it says police in Wisconsin.
Nah, just letting you know, I'm playing a video. I'm not no advocate for weed or anything like that, but just playing the video because of what they talking about and whose face is on the thumbnail. Matter of fact, who mentioned? Yeah, whose face is on the thumbnail? Yeah, Amalek. Anyway, because you notice them niggas are funding this shit.
Wisconsin used that. He was eventually arrested on possession of marijuana, according to court records reviewed by 404 Media. The search came to light in Wisconsin in a Wisconsin criminal complaint against Edward Phillips, who was wanted for bail jumping on domestic violence charges. But the criminal complaint makes clear that beyond the bail jumping and domestic violence charges, police specifically studied his travel to create the pretext for searching his car for weed. The bail jumping charge was dismissed. Phillips was found guilty only of weed possession in the case, according to the court records. Here's a screenshot here of an excerpt from the probable cause section of the court records. Later in the shift, the vehicle was observed hitting flock on several occasions.
Okay, I want to see. If you want, okay, I'm gonna say this. If you want to watch the rest of the video, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel. Now, I want to know where can you find the part where this is connected to a small hatter? I don't know. I gotta skip so much. I want to see where is this connected to a small hatter.
That's
Amalek.
the panic behind a new fear sweeping across America. People are freaked out about surveillance from our employers, our nanny cams, and our phones watching our every move. And right now, this anxiety is being taken out with electric saws and cans of spray paint on tools used by law enforcement to keep us all safe. The target? Flock safety cameras. In upstate New York, someone cut down a flock safety camera with an electric saw. In Oakland, California, another was covered in paint.
So you can get it. The whole thing is just advocating for it. But flock safety cameras aren't interested in you unless you're a kidnapper, a thief, or up to no good. She dives into why we need to stop destroying tech that's actually stopping crime. What? And then you'll see another article and you start to understand, oh, okay, this is why the pro-Israel crowd is obsessed with this. The lead investor behind Flock also funds a company that can hack security cameras and change footage. And guess what? Of course, it's an Israeli firm. The article states, here it is, and this is, I believe, this is Ehud Barak here, the former prime minister of Israel. And the article states, Israeli firm plans on expanding its deployment of video-altering technology. A human rights attorney raised alarm.
Video-altering technology. Oh, so you can alter footage of making it look like somebody else did commit a crime, you know, like say a Hebrew Israelite. They can put some random dude with a French t-shirt on, maybe a garment, not like a t-shirt. But anyway, you had this guy with a fucking AR-15 going out there blasting people, bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they could do that.
On Monday over the expansion plans of Toka, an Israeli cyber firm that sells hacking technologies capable of finding, accessing, and manipulating security and smart camera footage. Co-founded by former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak and former IDF cyber chief Yaron Rosen.
Anyway. And guess what? They could be able to do that shit and they can get away with it.
Toka sells technologies that allows clients to locate security cameras or even webcams within a given perimeter, hack into them, watch their live feed, and even alter it and pass recordings. Peretz reported citing...
What you mean to tell me that's legal? It's okay for them to do that. Well, let that be me doing that. If I'm a hack, I can hack into the flock cameras and alter shit, add things in. But these people can get a pass for it.
Internal documents it obtained and reviewed with a technical expert. The company, whose activities are overseen by the Israeli Defense Ministry, was set up in 2018 and has offices in Tel Aviv and Washington. Interesting. It works solely with state clients and government intelligence bodies and law enforcement agencies almost exclusively, but not in the West. Total BS. According to internal documents as of 2021, the company had contracts with Israel valued at $6 million and also planned expansion of existing deployments in Israel. Toka can tap into web-connected cameras found virtually anywhere. Intersections, parking lots, malls, hotels, airports, and even homes. Barrett's compared the firm's cyber offense capabilities to 2001 heist movie Ocean's 11. In the film, the elite crew hacked the closed-circuit TV system of a Las Vegas casino they are trying to break into, diverting its feeds to a mock safe they built in a nearby warehouse. So this is kind of what's happening now. They can access security camera footage, they can change it, nobody's going to know, they'll do whatever, and of course, the Israeli firm is behind it. While manipulated videos are inadmissible as evidence in Israeli court, Sapir noted that a scenario in which someone is accused of something and doesn't know if the evidence presented against them is real or not is truly dystopian. Current law does not begin to address situations like this. People living in occupied Palestinian territories are especially vulnerable to abuse. This is why I keep telling you guys, take for example the Blue Wolf facial recognition technology used by the IDF to keep track of Palestinians. The West Bank is Israel's defense establishment testing ground, and the scenario in which Toka's technology is deployed unbeknownst to anyone is simply terrifying. I keep saying this, like, it's in everybody's best interest that Palestine is free as soon as damn possible, because what they test on Palestinians will be privatized and then tested on you. The cybersecurity technology.
Yep, I'm seeing that right now.
The tracking technology, the surveillance state that they're implementing on my family in the occupied West Bank is getting privatized, and then it's getting sold to intelligence firms.
And then doing that digital ID shit. Bio ID, or whatever you call biometrics. Soon the chip implants.
It's getting sold to
mark of the beast.
Governments. It's getting sold to private God knows who. That's what's happening as we speak. It's happening right now. And it's not just that. Here's the other thing, guys. These individuals that are creating these technologies, you notice for the vast majority of time that they're from Israel. Why are so many of these cybersecurity technologies from Israel? It's because the individuals who are creating this are receiving the training on the ground when they have Palestinian lab mice.
It's more like because the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. Who would that be? Esau Edom, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot nigga named Amalek. Let me see. Let's get to the next one.
Apparently, Christian hate is on the rise in Israel. Why? We're giving them everything they want. Why are you hating on us? Apparently,
I mean, the Christians, they're allowing you baby dick suckers to piss on them, shit on them, spit on them, throw hot lead at them, beat on them, throw rocks and sticks and shit. They sick, attack dogs on them. They do all kinds of stuff to these Christians. But Christians, they just don't do shit. They just allow to get their ass beat by these damn suckers. Anyway.
There's a rise in spitting attacks against Christians. They're getting worse, not less, but worse. It says here in Jerusalem's Old City, a group.
They musty ass spit on you. These niggas are nasty, bro. I show you, these people are not the people. Shit. I don't know why they keep calling them Israel. Amalek.
Of Israeli teenagers recently banged on the door of the headquarters of the Armenian Apostolic Church and asked if there were Christians inside it. They wanted to spit at them.
Hey man, another thing, where's the Christians at about this? You American Christians should be on these motherfucking rats. You should be on these rats spitting the spit attacks on your fellow brothers and sisters of Christ. Instead, they spending more time trying to hunt down the Hebrew Israelites and debating with them. I mean, the black Hebrew Israelites debating with them. But instead, you're not trying to defend your brothers of Christ from all the spit attacks that these rats are doing. And also other attacks, too. Yeah.
The boys said it was a religious duty or mitzvah to humiliate Christians, or as they called them, idol worshippers. We are supposed to hate them, explained one teen.
Idol worshippers? What do they worship? They worship Satan. And they read out the Talmud, not the Torah. What a bunch of niggers.
Wrapped in an Israeli flag. So, wow, okay. That's interesting. Now, of course, the Israelis have to defend themselves because, fair enough, they want to make their own counterstatement. And Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or Israel's Foreign Ministry, writes this out saying, the Wall Street Journal chose to write about Christians in Israel. The Wall Street Journal took radical voices and extreme cases and turned it into the face of an entire country while ignoring nearly 200,000 Christians whose lives tell the opposite story. Over the past month, Christian Israelis have appeared on the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs social media channels. They spoke in their own words about their lives, their freedom, their success, their integration, and their pride in being Israeli. Not one of those Christians was included. Instead, after the Washington Post, CNN, and others, the Wall Street Journal has now repeated the same formula. Find those most willing to condemn Israel, present them as so-called authentic Christian voices, and reduce the Christian experience here to the disgraceful actions of tiny extremist fringe. Israel's the only country in the Middle East where the Christian population is consistently growing. That's not true. Iran actually has the fastest growing Christian population, I think, in the world right now, not just in the Middle East. Christian citizens serve on the Supreme Court. They are doctors, professors, mayors, military officers, diplomats, and ambassadors. Christian schools are among the strongest in the country. Churches operate freely. Christians participate at the highest levels of Israeli society. What the Wall Street Journal published is a distortion of reality disguised as reporting. It's disingenuous, misleading, and shameful, they said. That's kind of interesting because just anecdotally, there was just, who was it that just went to Israel? It was like an influencer.
I remember this one Jake. He was being interviewed. He was interviewing BB Milnowski, that big-eared nigger. It was a Jake, so-called black man, interviewing him. And he was talking about how he was spat on by the rats. And it made BB Milnowski feel uncomfortable. He like, huh? Why is he bringing this up? Why is he bringing this up about him being spat on? Let me see if I can find it. YouTube influencer let me start it over. I mean to add in Christian YouTube influencer interviewing BB Milnowski. Damn, that's the wrong one. I would say Benjamin, not a Bilton, whatever. Christian YouTuber influencer interviewed BB Benjamin, Prime Minister of Israel, and talked about how he got spat on. Is this guy? Here we go. Yeah, that's that interview. What is this? Yeah, his ass is down. Conservative influencer tells Milnowski his church group was spat on only once during visit to Israel. We had an incredible time. We had an incredible time being spat on. Hey, what the fuck? Nigga, you fucking retarded? Yes, he is. Anyway, there's a video too. I ain't gonna play this shit. But this coon ass nigga. And this nigga here looking like, well, that's great. We got more spit for you, nigga. If you love being spit on while you was at Israel, hell, come back again next time. We can spit on you some more. We might throw some shit and piss balloons at you too, and maybe some hot blood if you want to catch some of that.
Who was it? He's a black guy. I don't remember his name, but he went over there and he came back. Maybe you know who he is. Real right, Republican. And
that's what I was just talking about.
Says, I only was spit on once. Do you remember that? I only was spit on once. There's no problem against Christians there. I was only spit on once. Okay, so that's this guy who's totally pro-Israel and goes over there.
Let's just say he had an incredible time there too.
And then there's my own experience when I was over there. I had a little kid chasing me down in the street, yelling at me and spitting on the ground and yelling at me. And he was like, I don't know, maybe 9, 10 years old. This was in Hebron. Now, I know you might say, well, but Hebron's really radical. But okay, but it happened to me. So I have that anecdotal story. And then you got the guy that's super pro-Israel, and he shows up and he's like, I only got spit on once. It was cool. It was fine. Then you got all of these other reports that have come out from the Times of Israel, and they say top church leaders accuse Israeli authorities of abetting settler attacks in Taiba, which is a Christian village. Top Vatican cardinal says Israel's carrying out a massacre in Gaza, which they were carrying out a massacre. You've got even Justin Amash's Christian family that was massacred in a Catholic church, I believe. Orthodox Patriarch says Jewish settlers threats to Christian presence in the Holy Land. The Latin Patriarchs, these are all from Times of Israel. So not Wall Street Journal, not CNN.
Well, actually throwing 3-6 up.
But the Times of Israel. And then here's another headline. Latin Patriarch says new government has made life worse for Holy Land Christians. So, there's a lot of this hatred that is going on. Here was another story from July 5th of last year from the Washington Post saying, as Christians are attacked in Israel, government shows little concern. It says Christians are being targeted by hostility and violence and say their attackers feel emboldened by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government. I mean, it was so bad at one point that even Mike Huckabee couldn't believe himself, but he was having to say, hey, these attacks on Christians, they got to stop. They got to stop, says even the ambassador, who's the most pro-Israel guy ever. So the
I'm
attack...
going to stop right there. That's enough of hearing about these folks, these rats spitting on people. It's insane, bro. And where's the Christians at? Are you going to defend your brothers of Christ from keeping them from not getting spat on by these damn niggers? No. You're too occupied on hunting down them black Hebrew Israelites.
We serve people all across Georgia. We understand what they've been through.
Drop Site News with another brilliant article. This time, it turns out there was an Israeli spy inside the United Nations. So he's now the head of UNICEF, so I'm sure he's been fired. Has he? Let's find out. Elliot.
Yeah, all right. So who was this mole? Well, according to a series of hacked emails, UN official Yoav Lichtner reportedly gave Israeli diplomats UN documents. You're not supposed to do that. Lichtner got the job after getting a glowing review from Ron Proser, Israel's UN ambassador, from 2011 to 2015. Multiple emails were obtained. On February 20th, 2015, an official of the United Nations Population Fund sent 2 Israeli diplomats an email containing a confidential report about a trip 2 weeks earlier to Washington, D.C. by Zaid Rad Al Hussein, then the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. For your eyes only, do not forward, Yoav Lichtner wrote to a then Israeli ambassador to the UN, Ron Proser, and diplomat Ronnie Leshno-Yar in a message that sent from Lichtner's personal email account, describing the report as a, quote, classified internal summary of Zaid's meetings in Washington. The meetings came at a time when Israel was facing an independent commission inquiry by the UN Human Rights Council over its conduct during the 2014 military offensive against the Gaza Strip. Here's an email shared in Hebrew along with the translation. And the translation of the Hebrew text reads, Roni with great caution, for your eyes only. Below is the Guardian's inquiry and Rowley's official response regarding the listing. See the last sentence. The fact that the Guardian reporter contacted these two, Rowley and John, shows that the leak did not come from them. I'm betting on UNRWA/OCHA. Internal correspondence, please do not use /quote Yoav. Also, this type of communication was not a one-off. Over a 2-year period between 2014 and 2015, emails show Lichtner repeatedly supplied Israeli officials with internal UN documents, private meeting accounts, pre-release material, and other political intelligence, including documentation marked as, quote, strictly confidential, which was later used by Israeli officials to help shape their own efforts to both proactively lobby the U.S. government and undercut UN initiatives they viewed as unfavorable to Israel. The communications showing Lichtner leaking confidential information to officials in the Israeli government come from a hacked database of emails from Proser, Israel's permanent representative, to the UN from 2011 to 2015. There's not currently any evidence that the...
Okay, why does the chosen people got to be daggone spies? Why does the chosen people have to be a spy? This just don't make no sense. Secret nukes and Hannibal direct. Oh, I'm just talking about it. Matter of fact, what Israel? I guess I might play that. Let me see. People fled. Oh yeah, that earthquake in Colombia. Yeah, give up. I'm gonna play. I guess I'll play some of this. I'm gonna stop right there with this video. I'll play this, I don't know when. I'll play it right there in that point. Let's get to this next one.
Earlier today, I got Grok to admit that Palestinians are more related to ancient Jews than modern-day Jews are. It took a little bit of...
No, you know, you're going to have Israelites scattered all over the world, but when it comes to, if they're heathen straight up, then most likely they're damn near, I won't say all of them are heathens, but the majority of them, that's what I'll say, majority of them are heathens. They have no connection with the ancient Israelites, and we're not even ancient like it's like we here. I won't even say the word ancient, because we here. It ain't like we're ancient, like we're dead, like we're a thing of the past. No, we still here, we still exist. And shit, you can find us and call us black, black, Latino, Hispanic, Native Indian. Shit, but some of us we scatter amongst the heathens that look like so-called white, Chinese, Japanese, African booty scratchers, whatever. But anyway, we're either Israelis, shit. But anyway, we have no connection. I mean, them niggas over there, they ain't got no connection with just because they've been there for a little bit while, but they're not the original inhabitants of that land. They're not the indigenous of that land. Them Palestinians, hell no. Anyway.
Guiding, I would say, of Grok, because
if that's
Grok
what she alluding to, because anyway,
has had a lobotomy where it is programmed to say, oh no, the Jews are related to the Jews and of ancient time, and they're the ones who are entitled to the land. But that's not exactly true. And once I said to Grok, asked him certain questions, Grok came around with the correct answer that the Palestinians are actually more related to ancient Jews than Jews.
No, they're not. If they were, then he should be saying that. Well, do the Palestinians have a history of being slaves, like coming from Egypt, but going back to Egypt, but on ships? Where that scripture at? Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, they talk Egypt, but they ain't talking about just the land of Egypt, because Egypt just also means bondage. So did they experience bondage? And also, during their time of being slaves or in bondage, were they wearing yokes of iron around their neck, like chains, or those devices that's made out of metal that got those long extended rods, and they're long enough where you can't reach the tip of it? Because what they do, they put bells on the tip of end for the runaway slaves. So when runaway slaves got those or slaves that been known to be runaways, they put that collar on their neck so they can't escape, especially when they're going through the woods, because it's gonna be hard for somebody to bob and weave and move through the trees and brushes and all that shit and vines and shit when you got that damn thing around your neck. Plus they got the bells attached to it, and the rods are facing north, south, east, west in every direction. So you got 4 bells around, and it's easy to catch a slave when they're running away. Yeah, anyway, they don't have that they don't have that history. Not even them baby dick suckers have that history. They don't have that history of wearing stuff like that. No. Matter of fact, yeah, let me go and get that scripture. I don't know if I have it in my notes. Let me voice it. Leaving Egypt, but going back to Egypt on ships. That's it. God damn, stupid ass shit. Yeah, I didn't know how it been said in the scripture, so I just get as close as possible. Was it Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 38? Where was it? Oh, here you go. I think I clicked on this before. Yeah, I had looked at this in the past video. And why does it take so long to load up? Why is it taking so long to load up, bro? Fucking internet ain't like a bitch right now. And now I can do that. I just couldn't go to that home page. What is it? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. I didn't answer. Was it 68? Yeah, it's 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Yeah, because we left from out of Egypt. And that represents bondage, not just a place, but also represents bondage. And then we went back to Egypt, bondage again, with ships. So we was on traveling in the seas or the oceans, not just seas but oceans, on ships to be slaves. And the same shit was going on with you so-called Latinos and Hispanics and Native Indians that you call yourself today ignorantly. Yeah, y'all went through that same shit too. We weren't like on the same boat for the so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians that you call into yourselves today. But we was going through that same shit. Cristobal Colon came and grabbed y'all monkey ass and shipped y'all off in the other parts of the land where y'all didn't recognize. Just let you know that. And all these other, to the Portuguese, to the Spaniards, to the British, yeah, they were grabbing, and the French, they were grabbing a lot of you Israelites, Northern Kingdom Israelites up. Yep, not just Southern Kingdom, but the Northern Kingdom too. Y'all could be good slaves, just like Cristobal Colon said in his memoirs or his diaries, talking about, you're gonna be good slaves. They're so nice to me. I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. Yeah, and that's what they did. They beat the shit out of you. They raped the shit out of you, and they ate the shit out of you. Yeah, they ate you too.
This is obviously an important question because the whole claim.
And he's a small hatter too. Cristobal Colon, just to let you know. Yeah, he's Amalek. Fucking nigger.
Of the Zionist Jews is that this land is ours. It's biblically ours. It was
no.
It's given to us by God, and you all
even them rats didn't fit the description or fit the prophecies.
All need to leave. And my response to that has always been, God very clearly, if you're going to go down that road, and if you're going to say, the Bible and God and all this stuff, God gave the land to the descendants, the actual physical blood descendants of it.
And that's right. What you about to say?
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, later became Israel, gave...
Yeah, but they're not Israel. They're Amalek, pretending to be Israel. The people that enslaved the real Israelites, guess what? And I always say this, them same people that had those ships that took the Israelites from one place to another, from bondage, from one place of bondage to another place of bondage, or I'll say this, one place they wasn't bondage, but then they put them on ships that going back to being in bondage. Because we left for our first bondage was in Egypt, and that was on foot. From actual Egypt, we left from there on foot. But then we went back to bondage, but back on boats, owned by Amalek. Yep, Amalek funded the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, and when they had slave auctions in America, why was the damn slave auctions closed on Jewish holidays? Because they were owned by Amalek. And how convenient. Amalek owns a slave trade, and he asked the children of Israel, the children of Yahweh, or I just say the people of Yahweh Bashim the Israelites in captivity, and it was perfect for them to claim themselves as us. Perfect.
To the blood descendants, and did not put a caveat on which religion they practiced. It was just, your descendants get this land. So then the question is, well, then who are the actual descendants? And I assert that the vast majority of Jews
don't you? Hold on, what's she gonna say?
Antiquity converted out of Judaism.
No.
Why would I say that?
No.
Because the 10 tribes of Israel were lost. Where were they lost to? They weren't lost like they sunk into a sinkhole. They were lost because they converted out of Judaism. So
no. All that Judaism shit, all that shit ain't nothing to do with the Bible. Ain't got nothing to do with damn the Torah. It's got something to do with Talmud. The Talmud bullshit. All that Judea shit is man-made bullshit from Amalek. Anyway, I got a video I was playing. I didn't get a chance to listen to bruh video. He from the UK. If you want to learn more, listen to what he got to say. Where is it at? Where is it at? Here you go. GMS Babylon is falling. Man, if I can play some of it.
Is because they broke the laws and commandments and statutes of the Heavenly Father. So now they want to go somewhere new after their 25-year captivity, right? And they entered into the Euphrates River by the narrow places of the river, right? For the Most High showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over, all right? For through the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth. So that's where they ended up in Azareth, right? And that's what it says here. And it says, then dwelt they there until the latter times, and now when they shall become to come. So that would be talking about they dwelt there to the latter times, right up until the time until the southern kingdom joined them during the transatlantic slave trade, all right? That's when they joined the northern kingdom, the 10 lost tribes in the Americas.
The northern kingdom was the first one to go in the slave trade. And a lot of you so-called Latinos, Hispanics, especially and Native Indians, but a lot of you Latinos don't even know this shit. You better know this shit. You niggas be acting super proud as fuck. More do you niggas act like you don't know this shit? Don't get all fucking proud. I remember years ago come across you little happy-go-lucky ass niggas talking this shit. Y'all was going through the same shit too. We may not have been on the same boat, but y'all niggas were going through the same shit too. I was like, God damn, these niggas don't know shit about their history. Stupid suckers. And I ain't talking about all of you, but I'm pretty sure there's a large amount of you Northern Kingdom cats that don't know nothing about this.
So the Northern Kingdom, the 10 lost tribes were there for roughly, what are we talking about? 2,200 years, roughly 2,200 years they were there in the Americas before the Southern Kingdom joined them, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, during the transatlantic slave trade, till they joined the rest of the tribes, all right? So that's where they ended up in the Americas, right? They didn't get, and through that, they obviously ended up.
I'm gonna stop right there because I didn't even finish with the video. But if you got time to watch 44 minutes and 47 seconds, hey, y'all praise Yahweh Shema Shah, the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shah. If you want to watch some of that, then hey, subscribe, watch the video. You ain't gotta subscribe, it's up to you. I ain't gonna make you. It's up to you if you want to. There go the title of the dude brother's channel. There go the title of his video. Subscribe if you want to. Continue getting edified with more brothers. Don't just listen to my video. Listen to other brother's video. Be informed, educated, and edified. Let's move on to the next one on this list.
What is Spectrum Internet? It's invincible Wi-Fi that stays on.
All right, guys, get a load of this story. A employee at Burger King was just recently fired. Her name is Ariana, and I thought this was an interesting story. Someone sent it to me. She was fired because she said "Free Palestine" to an Israeli customer. This is where we're at now, ladies and gents.
And how does she know? Why would she say that? But still, you Israelites need to learn. This is not your battle. Free Palestine? No, fuck that shit. You need to seek the Lord. And shit, you need to be talking about free me, Lord. Don't be telling no small head nigga to free Palestine. What about yourself, bitch? Who's gonna free you? Shit. But anyway, that's just a lesson to be learned. Don't be shouting on no free Palestine to these rats. Shit. And damn sure don't talk about reparations to these rats. These niggas are a goddamn bust a nut. Shit, they'll go at the food, man. It's like, reparations? Yeah, you owe us money, bitch. No, actually, you owe us your life. We want your life. We want you as a possession. We want you as a slave, bitch. Yeah, that's my reparations. Having my enemies as slaves. Yeah.
Saying "Free Palestine" to an Israeli customer.
And how did he know? How did she know that it was an Israeli or a small hatter? I guess because they had the small hat. Yeah. Yeah, it's thundering, Bubba. You scared, Bubba? Oh.
You fired. Now I'm going to show you his side of the story first, and then you're going to hear from Ariana.
She would probably he probably lied to me. She said "Free Palestine." That's the only excuse he could come up with. And it's probably some bullshit.
And hear her side of the story. So I think it's important that you get both sides, but also it's very clear to me that he did not give the entire story. Also, to go along with this, there's a GoFundMe that has been launched for Ariana because she lost her job, which is doing very well, and I'm going to share it with you as well. Let's go ahead and get into his side of the story here. Again, he says that she verbally, I guess, assaulted him by saying "Free Palestine."
Oh, here you go. This faggot ass Amalek want to play victim.
So let's hear what he said, and then we're going to show you what Ariana said.
I'm here at Burger King, and an employee in Burger King just said "Free Palestine" to me.
Oh, I see what it is. He got that damn Ninja Star Death necklace. He got a Ninja Star Death necklace on.
Now, what did you say to me? What did you say to me, Ariana? Okay, Ariana. Because I was just ordering food for my family.
Oh, he's a victim. Oh, he's a victim.
This woman looks at me and she says, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Israel." And then she says, "Free Palestine." And I said, "What does that have to do with anything? We came here to order food." But she insisted, "Free Palestine." Say it again. I got you, Ariana. Here at Burger King. No problem. So back in the car right now, obviously.
God damn, I mean, but hey, this is what it's coming down to. Especially when you start peeking. Hey, we in the truth. Hey, the word is about to fizzle out on these people. When these niggas gonna come down by cutting off the internet or restricting the word from flowing, but ultimately the Lord is gonna do that. He's gonna restrict the word from flowing from the four corners of the earth. Just to continue on with this movie, this story. Yeah, and these rats, the Lord gonna use these rats to shut down the internet or do whatever, and they gonna use what they gonna do? They gonna demonize you if you talk bad about them, which they need to be talked bad about because they're niggers, they're devils.
Very upset, but we asked.
I don't know what the fuck is this, a mohawk? That look like, what's that nigga name? Hey you guys, that look like his hairdo. He got that straight like bald side face. It was like a goddamn. They got a little fuzz on top of his head. Yeah, the big retarded nigga from the Goonies. That's what it looked like. He got that nigga hairstyle.
for a refund, and we left the place.
I know that hairstyle look familiar.
Leaving me with the question, Burger King, are you a safe place for Jews right now?
So hold on, let me see. What's that nigga name? The retarded dude from the Goonies movie. Played as him. Yeah, he got a little fuzz on his head. Looked like dude with a haircut. But anyway, not trying to make fun of anybody who look like this guy, knowing this is a, you know, but or either somebody who's retarded for real. But anyway, I think this nigga died like not too long ago.
Here we go. You see how this works? Okay. So first of all, he says that he was just ordering food, and she asked him where he was from, and he says that he was from Israel, and she just shouts out "Free Palestine." That's his side of the story. Then immediately makes this video, and he says, "Are you a safe place, Burger King, for the Jewish people?"
Are you a safe place for the Jewish people in Burger? Jewish what?
That's his side of the story. Then immediately makes this video, and he says, "Are you a safe place, Burger King, for the Jewish people?"
Hell no, especially you eating that shit. Means your stomach gonna be safe, nigga. What the fuck? He should know better that Burger King is garbage. They own that shit, right? Hell, they provide meat, some special meat to Burger King and McDonald's and Wendy's and whoever else, serving up human patty burgers. Yeah, them goddamn meat processed plant. They own no meat process. They throw all them dead bodies in them motherfuckers, especially them kids they sacrifice. They had sex with and sacrifice their ass and drain their blood, and they throw them bodies in them damn meat processor, and then them meat processors poop out patties, and they sell them to the damn Burger Kings and McDonald's, and the Goyim cattle eat it. And goddamn, this nigga here eating that shit, and he consider Burger King being safe? No.
This girl lost her job because she said free.
Yeah, see, you lose your job. And see, y'all better be smart, man. But move with wisdom. Eve ain't moving no wisdom. Shit. She moving with emotions. Talking about some free Palestine. Fuck Palestine and fuck these rat niggers.
Palestine. This is where we're at now, ladies and gents. This is where we're at. Like I said, you don't see this type. No other group in the.
These niggas control every damn thing. Oh yeah, give them something to complain about. And like say, if I say free Palestine in this motherfucker and he find out I'm self-employed, what do you think they gonna do? They gonna freeze my bank account. They be like, oh damn, we ain't got nothing for this nigga. Well, he don't work for nobody. He works by himself. We'll just freeze his account. Yeah, we'll just freeze his bank account. We'll make his credit score drop down. How about that?
U.S. And hey, I'm a black American.
Yeah, you'll shoot him with a damn heart attack gun or some shit. We'll give this nigga shoot him with a heart attack gun, or shoot him with a gun full of COVID or monkeypox or some shit. Yeah, they fucking devils.
No other group in the U.S. has this type of leverage.
Yeah, because why? The earth was given to the hands of the wicked. Number one be Amalek, the so-called Jewish people.
So
this nigga need a. I wouldn't say shave the rest of, but this nigga needs to just go ahead and take that shit off. Take that little crap off his head.
Let's hear Ariana's side of the story, which I'm sure you can imagine is a little bit different from what he said. Let's get into this clip here from the cradle.
Everybody, my name is Ariana Hamilton. I am the person from this video.
I'm here at Burger King, and an employee in Burger King just said free Palestine to me. Ariana, what did you say to me? What did you say to me, Ariana? Okay, Ariana. Because I was just ordering food for my family, this woman looks at me, and she says, where are you from? I said, I'm from Israel. And then she says, free Palestine. And I said, what does that have to do with anything? We came here to order food. But she insisted, free Palestine. Say it again. I got you, Ariana. Here at Burger King. No problem.
So, again, according to him, that's all he said. Listen to what she says.
Down a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. First is my side of the story. I'm going to keep it real short and simple. That man did come in very aggressively. I did not ask him where he was from, originated from. I asked him, where's he from the Lehigh Valley? We get a lot of people from a lot of different places, New York, New Jersey, as he did not As he didn't say in the video, he did originally said he was from New Jersey, and we stopped it at that. And so
Hold up now.
Now, wait a minute, but where did she come out saying some free Palestine, though? It doesn't fucking matter. You don't lose your job because of that shit. But these niggas, hey, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. And hey, they gonna make everything possible. They gonna jump over hoops and loops. Try to get your ass fired, lose your little pissy butt job, and to ruin your life. All because you what you said. You didn't say no fuck no damn Jews or no fuck Amalek. You just said free Palestine. They don't care. Shit.
According to Ariana, when she asked him where he was from, but she said they asked that to a lot
I ain't
of...
gonna play no more of this. Shit. All I can tell you, yeah, it's going down. These rats. And this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. These niggas, these are holy people. They try to ruin people's lives and such. Come on, bruh. Yeah, I mean, you gonna go after a woman that working at Burger King. You made her lose her job at Burger King? Bro, it ain't like she working at a fucking, the damn, making a $300,000 a year job. You getting her fired? She working at a damn job making $10,000. And like, and she probably gonna get another job somewhere else. And she getting GoFundMe. But whatever. Amalek is so fucking sucker-head nigga. Let me play this.
You're about to learn how to fully translate your videos into any language in just a few.
Netanyahu announced today again that Israel rejects Donald Trump's 15-point Gaza peace plan, and Israel won't be following along and pulling out of Gaza. So I want you guys to take a listen to this, and then there's a lot to get into. This was in Hebrew, obviously, so it's translated
they
in
pull out of Gaza and they want to continue going to war, blowing up people, and shit. Since I said that, I mean, they supposed to be, hey, man, if they the holy people, war should be stopped. But has it? No. Because they're not the people. The real people, that's the real Israelites, to be ruling the world, will have all these wars be shut down. Nobody won't be learning war anymore. Hell, what is it? Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4 proves that. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. That be Yahweh Shah checking these heathens. And they shall beat their swords and the plowshares, and their spears and their pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So, but what's going on with these niggas? They're still warring. All these nations still warring. Because they're not the people. They're not the ones who's setting up the rules. And, well, they're setting up the unrighteous rules. Yeah, they're setting up unrighteous rules. But not no righteous rules they're not setting. No. They're not setting an example being how to be righteous. They setting up the example to be wicked. Having pride parades and shit. You know? Anyway.
Voiceover.
Israel here giving a medal of honor to soldiers who have dogs that been trained to rape people. This is what this nigga be doing. He about giving awards to men that raping men and shit, and children and women.
Rejects the 15-point plan. I heard that there were those who said you didn't say it, but we did say it. And here, I'm saying it again. Israel rejects 15-point plan. The IDF will not carry out any withdrawal until the dismantling of Hamas and its weapons. And when I say dismantling Hamas and its weapons, that means heavy weaponry, less heavy weaponry, and smaller arms. All weaponry.
Yeah, all given by the United States of Amalek.
We're talking about a true dismantling, not a fictitious dismantling. We're now speaking with the Americans about this subject.
Of course. I mean, but still, what did the scripture say by Isaiah 2, verse 4? They say they're supposed to be, turning the swords and their spears into guarding tools. And nation shall not lift up sword against nation. But they're still fighting with one another. And they're still fighting with all these nations fighting with one another, especially the so-called holy people.
They have ideas. Some of them are acceptable to us, and some are unacceptable to us.
So, of course, here you'll see Bezalel Smotrich right there as well. Now, I mean, this isn't a surprise, guys. I want you guys to understand, kind of, because there's a little bit of Israeli internal politics you have to understand. Israeli elections are this year. Netanyahu, his polling has been iffy. Sometimes he's ahead, sometimes it's even.
Whatever, I don't want to hear this shit. They're not accepting. So pretty much they still gonna be fighting. There ain't no plans, no deals, or whatever the fuck. They only fall for that shit. And matter of fact, the Lord is making these niggas keep fighting each other. I love it. Don't stop. Keep on fighting. And get closer to World War III escalating even more.
JFK actually tried to stop Israel's nuclear weapons, sending letters to Ben Gurion basically saying this will cause serious issues in our relationship if you do not immediately allow inspectors. The U.S. is now on its second war, allegedly over weapons of mass destruction. And this whole time, the U.S. and the Israeli governments are putting on this complete farce and not acknowledging that Israel has nuclear weapons. Israel has had nuclear weapons for decades.
And I'm like, yeah, what are the holy people doing with nuclear weapons? And matter of fact, you have one, the little rat, what's his name? Oppenheimer. He's a small hat rat. Yeah, he a baby they suck, foreskin eater. That nigga here got dang making atomic bombs. Yeah. That sword, bro. Esau making swords like no other. But shit, they don't. Hey, the holy people don't supposed to have weapons of mass destruction like none of it. They don't supposed to have none of that stuff. But hey, whatever.
Didn't find out, and for years I have been questioning U.S. politicians because it's U.S. government policy, and I've known this for years to not acknowledge.
I ain't gonna play all this. I want to get to the part where why does it admit that. What?
The cost of
fucking shit.
Healthcare is an emergency.
JFK actually tried to stop Israel's nuclear weapons, sending knowledge virtually.
Yeah, why admitting Israel has nukes and threat? Says normal, cool. That's not one I want to play. I'm trying to get to the part where they talk about the Hannibal directive. It says how Israel used nuclear weapons for regional diplomacy. What does it say? Regional what? Oh, diplomacy. Not diplomacy. No, what I'm saying, fuck, I can pronounce that. What would you say, dude? I can't pronounce the word. Let me look it up. Dominance. Dominance. Yeah, there we go. Dominance. I said it before I even clicked on the damn thing. Dominance. Yeah, they supposed to be. Oh, now wait a minute. Israel using nuclear weapons for regional dominance. Yeah, around that region, the so-called Middle East, but it's West Asia. But the real Israelites, the real people of Israel, supposed to be dominated with spiritual powers and with the Lord, especially with Yahweh Shema Shah. The power of Yahweh Shema Shah gonna be in us. The first fruit gonna be ruling this earth. Shit, we supposed. Hey, these niggas ain't the people. Anyway, where's the clip at? Trump. They ain't saying nothing about these rats killing each other. Yeah, where is it? Why, man? Oh, here goes. It says why admitting Israel has nukes threatens aid. But it doesn't say anything about the Hannibal. You probably mentioned somewhere, but I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna play this. If you want to watch the rest of the video, because it was just new, I added in, but then I'm already an hour into this video I'm making. But if you want to watch the rest of it, they go to title, the video, they go to channel. What's the name? Katie Happel, or whatever. Anyway, let's get to the next and last final video.
This is the CJ Brillerman Show.
Hello, it's your friend CJ, and in this week's episode, we expose the sudden and shocking establishment of Zionist colonies in Muslim countries, which have unsurprisingly caused a violent backlash. But first, please remember to like and subscribe to our show, and don't forget to turn your notifications on so you never miss a single episode. Now let's get into it. When most people think of the Zionist occupation, they think of Palestine and Syria, because this is where you find the permanent and controlling presence of Israeli occupation forces and criminal Jewish settlers. But with Israel on the brink of collapse and facing the real prospect of civil war, as forewarned by the country's military leaders, Israeli Jewish citizens are fleeing the Zionist state in record numbers, leaving the Zionist project in in desperate search of new lands to occupy and colonize. And it's doing so in a way that has gone almost completely under the radar. You see, what is happening here is that Zionism has established a new form of soft colonial power, one that operates not with gunboats and treaties, but with visas, capital, and digital infrastructure. In other words, today's Zionist colonizers are armed with laptops, digital nomad visas, and cryptocurrency instead of guns. But make no mistake, the end result remains the same, because we are talking about a mode of jurisdictional trespass that turns sovereign land into a disposable platform and entire nations into historical footnotes. And here we are talking about Muslim-majority nations located far away from the Middle East, including the Southeast Asian country of Malaysia, which recently became the target of the Zionist technological colonial enterprise, or what is known as Tech Zionism, a term used by former Coinbase CTO Balaji Srinivasan to describe a reverse diaspora in which online communities come together in physical space to establish new pro-Israel nations. In his book, titled The Network State, Srinivasan outlines a multi-stage process for creating a network state, starting from a single website, moving to building an internal economy, and eventually acquiring physical real estate. The ultimate goal is to reach a population, gross domestic product, and a physical footprint large enough to demand diplomatic recognition from pre-existing sovereign nations. But in reality, his so-called network state resembles historical settler colonial projects because it envisions digitally organized communities purchasing or controlling physical land in foreign countries, which is exactly what Srinivasan attempted to do when he established the network school in the Malaysian city of Johor in 2024, where he offered memberships to Israeli dual nationals starting at $1,500 per month, a fee that granted access to seafront views, mediation spaces, and workshops.
What happens when you invite 300 founders, trainers, and creators to a man-made island near Singapore?
Why stay near Singapore when it's located in Forest City, Malaysia, a country that bans Israelis? But first, why are digital nomads joining?
I am currently on an artificial island inside a futuristic community that is trying to restructure the way our society functions. This is Networks.
Srinivasan describes the network school as crowdfunding territory that will eventually gain diplomatic recognition from pre-existing states. His blueprint is supported by a consortium of Zionist tech billionaires, including Peter Thiel, whose company Palantir provided technological support to the Israeli military during the Gaza genocide.
People don't know, Project Lavender is an extremely notorious and controversial project that the Israeli military has ongoing. It's basically an AI-powered targeting system. What that means is that Palantir provides the software, reportedly, that allows the Israeli military to use AI to generate gigantic kill lists of Palestinians and to avoid what they call human bottlenecks in targeting.
Hey, coming to America. Was already here, they just haven't activated that shit.
What that means is basically every Palestinian in Gaza has been assigned a number between 1 and 100, and it's based on how likely you are to be a target to the Israeli military. And your score goes up, for example, if you are in a WhatsApp group with a known Hamas member, or you live in the same building as a Hamas member, or, for example, you work as maybe an ambulance driver.
Coming to America, and Britain, and Spain, or anywhere where you Israelites be. Shit, and I say Spain like Europe and all that, but hey, coming to Guatemala, or coming to Peru, or whatever, Canada, wherever you Israelite be, Japan, China, of course, China, shit. They fashion recognition, hell. They manufacturing drones too, shit. They in there, hell. They ain't gonna be coming after a lot of you Israelites. That's why you want to pray the Lord have mercy on you. They starting this shit off over here. They gonna be everywhere worldwide, and these fucking rats. Shit. Man.
Who goes to the scene of a lot of bombings and stuff, that will trigger your number to move up. And if it goes beyond a certain number, say 70, you're automatically put onto a kill list. That includes women and children as well. There was some studies that showed that Palantir had a 10% false positive rate.
So you go into a site where you've been bombed a lot, that can increase your chances of you getting killed too. Man. You go into a place where your home still, anyway. This is not your rest. This whole world is not your rest. Not just America, but this whole fucking world is not your rest. And these devil, hey man, this is how this devil gonna come with that great wrath. Let me get that. That's we need help, man. We need help from the Lord. Because any one of us can get it. And some of us going to be martyrs. Might get blown up by a drone, get shot. I don't know. Something could happen. Oh, great wrath. Oh, my goodness. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Rejoice, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil Esau, even so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating nigga named Amalek, and he's a faggot and he like fucking men. I forgot to mention that. Come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Yep, and this is part of Jacob's trouble. Nigga gonna be like, oh, what that movie? The Purge. I forgot which was the first Purge, where they had the street gang drug or whatever the fuck you call them niggas. They was out in the streets and they guns, and then they got greeted by some drones that with guns attached to them and shot their asses up. Oh yeah, there's them they on their kill list.
On that, apparently the Israeli military really rely on this Project Lavender, and the human intervention in this is about 20 seconds just to check whether that person is indeed male, and that's all they do. And then they use AI to target these individuals with smart weapons and drone warfare, etc.
They don't need powers, spiritual powers to get through this shit. Yeah, a fucking gun and all that shit ain't gonna help none. Yeah, shit.
Thankfully, none of us escaped the attention of the Malaysian government, which accused the Zionist tech billionaires of excluding Malay nationals, while erasing and threatening local culture, customs and norms by marketing the network school as a quasi-state on Malaysian soil, constituting a new form of neo-colonial dispossession and apartheid, which is why the Malaysian Prime Minister has vowed to deport every Israeli national involved.
The Johor government has called for a federal probe into the network school in Forest City, following claims that Israeli nationals have participated in its programs using second country passports. Menteri Besar On Hafiz Ghazi said the state will not allow Johor to be used for activities that go against the law or the interests of the state and country.
Israel's
They got tired of them niggas.
Allied United States responded by summoning the Malaysian ambassador and falsely accusing the Malaysian government of hosting Hamas fighters and providing them with paragliding training. A laughable accusation, given Hamas clearly had little difficulty in flying custom-made paragliders on October 7. But this ridiculous accusation proves the Zionist tech colonial enterprise enjoys tacit support from the US government, prompting one commentator to rightly accuse the United States of deploying atrocity propaganda against Malaysia, in weaponizing trauma imagery to delegitimize a sovereign state's pro-Palestine stance and reframe a question of digital colonialism into a securitized anti-terror narrative. But Malaysia stood up to this pressure by vowing to dismantle this would-be Zionist colony, leaving the network state deterred but not defeated.
Pretty much they tired of Amalek. They tired of damn rats. Dirty ass niggers. Tired of everybody, tired of these niggas. Even Esau, the low-level devil. Tired of you niggas. And hell, they all them niggas tired of themselves. I love them. They divided.
Seeks out new countries to infiltrate and exploit. Next stop, the Muslim-majority country of Kazakhstan.
I ain't gonna play no more of this. If you want to watch the rest of this video, be my guest. There go the title of the video. There go his channel. These devils being revealed of who they truly are. And I love it. And it's all through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemal Shah, plus using his prophets, the men of Yahweh Shemal Shah, the prophets of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Let's get it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord, Yahweh Shemal Shah, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, using his prophets. Men on earth prophesying in the name of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Yep. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him who is coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. And who that him be that coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, lying wonders? Esau, him so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby they sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot nigga named Amalek. And I guess all I gotta say. But hey man, seek Yahweh Shemal Shah by seeking the prophets and take heed what to say. Try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shemal Shah by praying Yahweh Shemal Shah, praising Yahweh Shemal Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shemal Shah, fearing Yahweh Shemal Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shemal Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shemal Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shemal Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. And if you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shemal Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shalom.